love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, a.k.a. Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Mase and Cam.
Good, man.
Killer, what's good, man?
How you feel, man? You all right?
I'm back.
Good, man. You got your sleep. You on the right day?
I'm on the right day now.
You got blueberry juice and all that?
Yeah, they better be ready.
You got your nigga suit zipped up?
Yeah, I got my nigga suit all the way zipped up today.
All right, good, man. I'm happy to see you
Why
back.
we wearing earpieces?
Our NBA analyst is about to join us right now.
Oh, shout out to Mark.
And our NBA analyst is here. Welcome, Mark Jackson.
Mark, what's up, man?
How you guys doing?
Good. How you feel,
Everything
man?
Good. You guys good?
Good,
Yeah.
man. Good to see you, man. You're looking great, man.
I'm trying, representing St. John's. Welcome back, Murder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark, I thought last time I spoke to you about St. John's, you wasn't on good terms. What changed, Mark? 2024?
No. They hired, obviously, my rookie coach and Coach Pitino,
Oh,
the best
yeah,
coach I
Ray
ever played
Pitino.
for. And then I spoke at a function before the season started. I'm totally supportive of St. John's University and the basketball team and what they're doing. So I'm proud to be an alum.
So are you saying that you may make a donation, possibly?
They don't need my money, man.
Yeah, Mark.
Now, hold on.
For 4 years, I made a donation.
Yeah, your
4
career.
years.
Yeah, I like that. See,
Yeah,
you well seasoned, man. You got the right
Mark,
answer.
Mark got media training.
Yeah. Now, hold on. Before we even start today, Mark got an attitude with me and you because he said we didn't push back enough on back. You wasn't here for the episode. It was me, Mark, and Skip, and he was upset because we didn't push back on Bassey when Bassey was saying that he is the best player out of New York. He said he cut Mark Jackson. As Mark Jackson said, "What are we doing here? Let's be serious." He said that me and you as journalists didn't do our job pushing back on Bassey, and that he was more upset with us than anything. And I told Mark, I said, Bassey doesn't have a lot of platforms. I see after he did our show, everybody wants him on their show. But I said, we was trying to give the man a platform to express himself. But Mark said he didn't appreciate it, and I felt bad about it because we just let him. We let him run wild.
Yeah, he let him run wild.
We let him run wild.
We did. Mark, apologies to you and the whole bomb squad, Mark.
Yeah, man.
See, I appreciate that. That was simple, cut to the chase. You owned it, and you moved forward.
Yeah.
Cam had to fight about it.
Yeah.
40 minutes later, finally acknowledged it.
Yeah, man. I told Mark we kind of let him go wild.
Yeah.
And then Skip, you missed no episode. Skip came up, Skip went crazy. It was a great.
They said Skip put him back in his place.
Yeah, I mean, according to Bassey's still tagging me, going crazy. I don't know what's
We might
going
have
on.
to do the recap.
You know what I did?
No, we don't need a recap. we don't.
You know what I will say is this though, real quick.
Mark said no recap.
What I will say is this. I talked to Bass. I said, you want to go in there and skip at the same time? He said, now, hold on, Killer. I'm not sure about all that. I don't think he wanted to go on with Skip.
He didn't own it.
Yeah, so our apologies again, Mark, but you and Skip had a great follow-up episode to that. One of the best we had.
And shout out to Bassey, man. He represents New York City, and what he did as a player, we're proud of him.
All right, cool.
Okay, y'all. So there's some breaking news. The Bucks have fired their first-year head coach, Adrian Griffin, despite their 30-13 start. And Doc Rivers is officially hired. So one, why do you think that decision was made? And then do you think Doc Rivers is the right fit?
Well, to me, the decision was made, obviously, not because of their record. You know, they're second in the East as we speak. They're playing very good basketball. I think ultimately something else that we're not privy to has taken place. And the goal in Milwaukee is not to be a play-in or a playoff basketball team. It's to win a championship. When you have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard, along with Chris Middleton and an outstanding supporting cast, you have to be playing for championships. And I think they saw the writing on the wall. They made the change, and they got a future Hall of Fame coach in Doc Rivers to lead them moving forward.
Mark, this is 2024. I hate to be the one to say this, but I don't. Killer, you go first.
Giannis don't like the nigga. That's the bottom line for me, because if Giannis liked the nigga, he wouldn't be leaving. I'm not even going, I don't, like you said, Mark, that's why we fuck with you and love you on the show. You know, Mark says, it's information we're not privy to. that we don't know exactly what happened. Giannis don't like that nigga.
Yeah.
If Giannis liked that nigga, Giannis would keep the nigga. Giannis' whole family on the team. I don't know what his parents got to do with the organization. His parents might be in the front office. We have no idea. His brothers is playing. Brothers ain't shit. Them niggas is trash. There's no reason they should be even taking on roster spots. Giannis do not like that nigga. If Giannis liked the nigga, he be staying. Secondly, me and Mark got differences of opinions on Doc Rivers.
That's true, Killer. That's true. He got everybody else to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His brother's playing. Oh, my goodness.
If Giannis liked the nigga, then he would not be going nowhere. It's not even that big of a mystery. Yo.
Yeah, who we going to blame?
Information we're not privy to. Mark, Giannis don't like the nigga. The brothers is on the team, my nigga. I know you got to keep it professional and everything.
That might be the information we're not privy to.
That's definitely
that
the information.
Giannis don't like him.
It's not even a secret.
No. Two things.
Yeah.
First of all, if I was the coach of let's say, the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis' brother is, first of all, good enough to be a pro, and certainly being Giannis' brother, he can be on the team because I know this guy is my franchise player. So I'm fine with that. The problem was after the last preseason game, the associate head coach or your lead assistant gets let go or leaves, and Terry Stotts. Second of all, early on in the season, you're having team meetings. This is a veteran. This is not a young basketball team. This is a veteran championship basketball team with a bunch of guys that are proven, and they're having team meetings. Obviously, there's some things that was going on. The writing was on the wall. It was leadership. Guys wasn't responding. They didn't compete and defend the way that they were supposed to. So I don't think it's not all Adrian Griffin's fault, but they had to make a change to change the voice in that locker room.
Mark, I respect you highly, like up there. If they go from 4th in defense to 22nd, do you put that on the coach or do you put that on the perimeter defenders?
Well, if we're 4th, I would hope that you put that on me as the coach.
Mm-hmm.
And the principles that I'm instilling day to day to put us in position to be 4th. And if we're 20th, unfortunately, that's going to wind up on me also. Not because of the things that we're instilling, we're not executing, but somehow, some way, some shape, they're not competing at a level that's putting us in position to be efficient and effective on the defensive end. And it's costing us. So that's my responsibility.
Mark, like I was saying, you made a great point when they had a players-only meeting held by Bobby Portis. They don't like the coach. That's what I was trying to explain to you earlier. Just trying to.
If you have a meeting without the nigga there.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to. You know, you and Mase do the same thing to me. I say some shit, and then y'all find a collective way to say a nice way to say the same thing that I just said. And if they're having a players-only meeting and the coach isn't there, they don't like the coach. They don't like what's going on. So back to what I was originally saying is that Giannis don't like the coach. And obviously a few other players aren't liking the coaches. They like, from what I'm hearing, my man Larry was telling me before we got here, they didn't like the schemes that they were running, etc. Now back to the next thing. Me and Mark definitely have a difference of agreement of opinion on this. Doc Rivers trying to slide in there and act like he making a miracle happen with a team that's in second place. You know, oh, the great Doc Rivers, He's a great coach. Watch Mark give him all the props when I finish.
Yeah.
Nah, Doc, you won one time.
I saw this movie before.
Yeah, Doc, you won one time with Kevin Garnett,
Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce,
and French Rondo. Prime time, when they hit all the prime time. We give Doc Rivers all this praise, and I don't really know what he's done outside of that. He keeps getting smacked by Golden State the whole 2010s. He just smacked the Clippers around, and they just disrespect him. Where did he go after that? He go to Philly. Mm-hmm. Seems like no disrespect to Doc, but it seems like Joel Embiid is playing better without Doc. The nigga has 70 points the other night and a win, and they're looking good. So I'm not like Doc Rivers going to come in there and let's say they do win. Oh, Doc Rivers turned the team. They just won a championship 3 years ago. 2-3 years ago. It isn't like they just haven't won a championship. It wasn't like, when's the last time the Milwaukee Bucks won a championship? 2 years ago, 3 years ago. How about that? It's not, so Doc coming in, maybe he'll get some stability, but I don't think Doc is as great as everybody makes him to be. You know who Doc Rivers is like to me? He's like Brock Purdy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to hear Mark on this. Brock Purdy, keep going, Killer, like you cooking. More pepper.
Yeah, I'm going to cook you through the dishes later.
Yeah,
so,
more pepper.
Yeah, because look, Brock Purdy knows how to work in Kyle Shanahan's system. He's good. It isn't like he changes the game. It isn't like he's Patrick Mahomes and going to bust a spectacular play. It isn't like he's Josh Allen. He works good in good systems. You know what I'm saying?
Game manager.
Game manager. And Doc always has good talent around him. I'm not saying you want to go to a team that doesn't have a superstar all-star. Mark also told us you don't win without at least one superstar.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's a superstar there. Possibly one have two superstars considering what you think about Damian Lillard. So whatever, you know what I'm saying? I feel more bad for the coach because you got the same record as the Denver Nuggets right now.
Yeah.
You have a better record than the Denver Nuggets. So that's my opinion.
2024. This is 2024. You guys are so disrespectful.
Yeah, it's 2024, Mark. They blame everything on 2024. You know, they'll come out and say, yo, the real issue is Damian Lillard is not playing defense.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this, when I say Brock Purdy, don't get it fucked up. He was a MVP candidate. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in the conversation for MVP because you're playing in a good system. His numbers are great. His numbers look good. They look exceptional. But when the eye test, it was a couple times last week that Brock Purdy looked like a deer in headlights in certain situations. His numbers look good, and he had a decent game, but it was situations where you were like, oh, this nigga's scared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's hear what Mark got to say.
Yeah, Mark.
Well, you're right about Brock Purdy. He threw some careless passes and got away with it.
Yeah.
The comparison, though, is poor, in my opinion. The reason why is because you talked about Purdy and Shanahan's system. Well, you compared it to Doc Rivers. It is awfully tough to win a championship in the NBA. It's awfully tough to win ball games and get to the playoffs. Doc Rivers is a proven future Hall of Fame coach that won in Orlando at a high clip, that won in Philadelphia at a high clip, that won with the Clippers at a high clip, and now has an opportunity to play the coach in Milwaukee. And they're going to win. I don't know whether they win a championship or not. And obviously with Boston, won a championship. He is a proven guy, not a system guy, where a one-trick pony where Brock Purdy hopefully gets a chance to prove as his career goes on that it's not just a system that he's credited to making his success, but it's his talent. Doc Rivers has proven that his act travels.
Mark, what's a high clip?
Say it again?
What's a high clip? You said he went as a high clip.
Well, yeah. Philadelphia went to the. I believe they went to the conference finals or the semifinals. Boston won a championship. Clippers, we know the success they had. They just didn't win it, and they didn't go to the finals. And Orlando was a playoff basketball team. And Milwaukee is clearly going to be a playoff basketball team. You win with talent, but he's done. He's a future Hall of Fame coach. I don't think that's up for debate.
I think you're a better coach.
I won't name guys.
Mark, you did better.
I won't name guys in the Hall of Fame that he has a better resume than, but clearly he does. I'm not going to be disrespectful, but he's a coach with a championship and a bunch of wins.
Mark, I think you're a better coach. Look, I ain't gonna hold you. He lost to the house that you built. Year after year after year after year.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Mark, you put Splash Brothers together. What did he do for us?
Yeah, and they won year
What did
after
he do
year.
for us?
Mark built the dynasty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't building dynasty, and I know you don't get the credit, but this is why we here.
That's why we
Mark,
on It Is What It Is.
You a great coach. You built the dynasty. I see they keep winning a couple games, get to the playoffs, and then they say you gotta get the fuck out of here and go to the next town. That's what I keep saying.
Mark kept finding diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, and this nigga gets shipped around like luggage. At the end of the day, you can win at a high clip all you want, and you don't get it done, you gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go, man.
That nigga lost with the Clippers year after year after year after year at the house that Mark Jackson built. And that's just
and
that.
Mark keeps saying he won at a high level. How is it a high level if they're losing when they count, Mark? You from New York.
Come on, man. I don't know what that means at a high level if you
Mark
don't get
been living in California a long time.
The problem is this, Mark built the dynasty and he doesn't get the credit for building the dynasty. These niggas is a dynasty. Yeah. And what happened is Mark left as soon as niggas grew up, so he doesn't get a lot of credit. This is the house that Mark Jackson built. Look, I remember watching the game. What was y'all player name? Was it David West, the white boy that was good before Draymond Green got there?
Yeah, David West.
David West, yeah. I remember David Lee. Sorry, David Lee, exactly. And I was watching the game, and I'm just thinking this off the top of my head. I remember you put Draymond in, and David Lee was hurt. I'm not sure if it's the playoffs or not. He wanted to play so bad, and he was hurt, and you was like, damn, this is my nigga right here, David Lee. But this Draymond nigga, he got something for him. And we put David Lee in, he was limping around. And I was like, damn, man, because I like David Lee, used to play for the Knicks.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, man, he's fucked up. And Draymond Green, I'm like, there's something about this Draymond guy right here, though, that Lee could take a seat.
Get every rebound, every loose ball.
Yeah, everything. And that formula led to 6 championships, going to 6 finals appearances, winning 4, possibly 5 if people don't get hurt. And this is what I'm talking about when you build these championships. Not only that, Doc Rivers wanting to be the GM too.
Yeah,
you know,
he got that Bill Belichick. He want to order the groceries and cook. Yeah.
And how's that been working out, Doc? Has it? To the point where they say, yo, you know what, you want the Clippers, you got to step down. We're going to bring Jerry West back in. Matter of fact, it's not everything's not really even working. Why don't you go to Philly and figure
it was
out?
Better. Danny Ainge said, "Yo, I got the formula. You just do that part."
Yeah, but not even that. I'll never even see a coach get traded. Doc got traded.
Yeah, Doc changed the game. Doc changed the game.
Doc got traded. I've never seen a
for
coach.
A player. I'll trade you, Doc.
Yo, you can take the coach too. Take the coach while you at it. How you trade a coach? Nigga, I've never seen a coach.
Who is his agent? That's who we need to be talking to.
The whole shit is though. Yeah. If you that good of a coach, no GM, I'm like, well, you can take the coach with you too.
I tell you what, the New York in me, Philip, it is what it is. Jacket is off the chart.
Mark, hold on.
Wait.
My fault, Mark. My fault, Mark. They ain't trade the nigga. They ain't trade him.
Traded the coach.
More importantly, that is what it is. Jacket is absolutely fire. Is that on the website?
I got you, Mark. We got all flavors for you, Mark. We gonna make sure you said you son.
Oh my
Thank you, man. I appreciate. I know. Dr. Man.
Mark is a diplomat for real.
Nah, that nigga's DJ Mark Jackson right now. He's about the whole truck. DJ Mark Jackson in a revolving door. That spin was crazy. I know that's your man, but look, we'll move on then. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. But when niggas is trading coaches, I rest my case right there, man.
Well, it is what it is. Okay, moving along. In response to criticism, DeAndre Ayton said, I got nothing to prove in this league. I'm a max player, and I'll continue to be a max player. So what are you guys' opinion on his mentality?
Well, my opinion is he's a very good basketball player. If I was running a team, I'm not paying DeAndre Ayton, even though I like him, I'm not paying him max money because if I'm going to pay a center in 2024 max money, his name has to be Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid. They impact the game on both ends of the floor, and you don't have an answer for them defensively on the offensive end. Anybody not named one of those two guys, I have a tough time paying max dollars to a center, a big man in today's world. DeAndre Ayton has to dominate the game as a rebounder, as a defensive presence, as a shot blocker, controlling the paint, and as a post player offensively, also screening and rolling, diving to the rim. When he does those things and his energy and effort is consistent on a daily and nightly basis, then we could talk about max money. Now, he's going to be paid very well, but as far as max dollars, I'd have a tough time, and I hate going in his pocket, but I'd have a tough time paying him max dollars.
That's very well said. I think he's getting $10 million a point at this point. And if they're paying $10 million a point, I think I probably can get $50 million. Because right now he's averaging 12 points, making 12.8, and he's getting $130 million. They're paying niggas $10 million a point. How much you think you're making?
You Harlem dudes are nice with the math.
Yeah, man. It's my goal. I was
how
much
you think you'll get paid if they're paying $10 million a point?
If they pay him $10 million a point, what you mean?
He averaged 12.8 points, but he's getting $134 million.
But that's not in 1 year.
I know, but I'm saying that's what he's looking at.
That would be if he was playing for 1 year. Right?
I know.
You don't, because I tried to correct your math. You have a problem with me now. How you looking at? I'm just saying.
This is what they're investing in.
Okay, no problem. I didn't like the way you was looking at me, nigga. I just was trying to be clear on what was going on.
You was cooking today. I was trying to alley-oop it to you.
My bad. No, I didn't know. I was trying to look at the nigga's stats, but I was trying to make sure I understood what you were saying.
This nigga killer.
My bad. Look, because I ain't even got to do no stats. You ain't shit, nigga. Yo, nigga, it was mad ice the other day. The nigga wouldn't leave his crib. Like, nah,
he wanted them
it's
to
mad
shovel
ice.
him
I
out.
can't come to the game today. Like, yo, Kobe Bryant would have made it to the game. Mark Jackson would have made an ice storm. You can't get out. You're an NBA player, nigga. Figure it out. You don't have no assistant. You ain't got a nigga with a shovel of ice. You ain't got no salt. You don't, it ain't like you live in the North Pole, nigga. It ain't like you live in Minnesota. Ain't like you live in Detroit. And no disrespect to Portland, I'm not underestimating their weather. But ice stopped you from coming to the game. Secondly, I sat there and watched you whine last year. You wasn't getting along with my nigga Monte
Williams.
Yeah, and I sit there and seen you throw him under the bus. Said you couldn't play in the playoffs last year. Sat there, me and Mase was at the game live. Sat there and watched your team get devoured. Paused by a
nigga at your position.
Yeah, a nigga at your position scoring 53, and you sat there and watched that shit comfortably, too. I ain't see none of this. Fuck, man. Fuck.
Because he wasn't hurt.
Yeah, you know one of them, you start seeing if you pause, like, you just start touching your leg. Act like you wasn't even acting like it. You ain't even get on the layup line and nothing, my nigga. Max, get the fuck out of here, bro. Mark Jackson said the names right. If it ain't Joel Embiid, the Joker. And I'm trying to give the back. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I like the Lopez brothers better than you. It's a lot of niggas I like better. Anthony Davis, it's a lot of niggas. You are not at the top of the list for centers, my nigga. Not for me, anyway. And I'm not saying it's a bunch of centers running around here that's nice, but this isn't. We had this conversation yesterday, Mark. It's funny because we were saying how good, like, another Karl Anthony Towns, you're not him. You're not Gobert. You're none of these niggas, man. So we was having this conversation yesterday, Mark, and it's funny that you brought this up because Joel Embiid has 70, Karl Anthony Towns has 62, and Giannis had a triple-double. And we were saying that, is it becoming a big man's league again? And we was like, not necessarily. What we're saying is that the big man is not the traditional big man that gets on the box. It's not Patrick Ewing throwing on the box. It's not Akeem Olajuwon throwing on the box. It's not Charles Oakley throwing on the box. It's now your big man or your center could bring the ball up and potentially spread the floor to shoot threes. You can't do none of that. Like, yo, you're not even in that realm, nigga. Take what you can get and be happy. just because you 7 feet, nigga. You getting a 7-foot check, not a max check. That's what you should get. That's what they better look into in Portland. Any other team that's going to invest in him. And when times get shaky, he may just shit on you and sit on the bench and say he's hurt in the playoffs.
That's a bad scouting report. Yo, that's a horrible scouting report.
Yeah.
I was just going to add. Okay.
The remix version of what I was saying is accurate. So I acknowledge that y'all are correct. And he has to understand that if you don't make max, there's still a bunch of money to be made and living extremely comfortable for your career. So don't get stuck on the max dollars.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. These NBA players are making way more than the people that paved the way for them, but that's where they get caught up at too, Mark. Pocket watching. Oh, this nigga making this. Yo, go back and see what fucking Michael Jordan made his whole career. Or Charles Barkley, whoever. Y'all niggas is making that in 5 years or maybe less than that. Be happy with what you can get, but stop pocket watching. Just please don't compare yourself to the other centers that's getting max deals. Don't do that, please, because that's what's going to hurt you. Mark is absolutely right.
Yeah.
Think about survival, having a little bit more fun and having a little more money than the people that you grew up to, than the people before you, your parents and everything. Don't watch your peers because you're not your peers.
Yeah. And one of those things that we got to keep in mind, when people start using money as their defense, that's when you know you're no longer hungry, if that's your first line of defense.
And just looking at his stats, it does kind of show because he has a career low of 12.8 points, 10.4 rebounds, 1.5 assists. And then obviously the Blazers are second to last in the Western Conference right now. So it's like you say you have nothing to prove in this league, but it's like you're still part of a team. That's
I ain't gonna front. This double-double isn't bad, though.
Yeah.
He's averaging double-double.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
But it's still not.
Shout out to the Portland Trailblazers, though. My daughter actually works for them, so shout out.
Dope.
Shout out to Portland.
That's dope.
Shout out to Chauncey, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chauncey.
Absolutely.
They threw my nigga in a bad situation last couple of years, man. Big shout out to Chauncey, man.
Moving along, the Hornets finalized a trade sending Terry Rozier to the Heat in exchange for Kyle Lowry and draft compensation. How do you think this trade benefits both teams?
Well, to me, it absolutely benefits the Miami Heat today. You get a younger Terry Rozier. You look at his numbers, awfully impressive at scoring, I believe like 23, 24 a night. Effective and efficient on the offensive end. Shoots the three ball, can create his own offense, and can play the point or the two-guard position along with Tyler Hero. They can switch. But to me, it was a great move by them. Added some youth, some energy. Kyle Lowry, with all due respect, is on the back nine of his career. I think if you're Charlotte, you try to relocate him somewhere else, get him somewhere where he has a chance to play playoff basketball and experience some success towards the end of his career. But I think it's the right move for the Miami Heat. I absolutely love the move for them.
Well, when it comes to Miami, I think this opened up the perimeter for them, especially because now when they're playing against teams like Denver, they have a point guard now that can match points. That's always important the way the NBA is now. The traditional point guard can hurt you in the league today because there's these West Coast guys, the guys you made up, Mark, that's shooting the ball tremendously well by the name of Stephen Curry. That makes it extremely hard for somebody to just be a throwback point guard, because if he's playing great defense, getting 10 assists but no points, and you got a guy out here getting 35 and 8, that's going to make a lopsided game. So I think a guy like Terry Rozier is going to definitely help them, and that's all I can say at this point.
I don't really have too much to add on besides what you and Mark add. I think it's a great move for the Heat. Let's just see if it pans out.
And it took them out the luxury tax, so they don't got to pay that money.
Right. You were just saying Terry Rozier went to the Lakers yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep, you just said that. So, I mean, at least he's somewhere where he could compete and make a real impact for a team. But, like I said, hopefully Kyle Lowry gets somewhere. But look, Kyle Lowry got his championship. He won one. So congrats to him, because the writing on the wall says it's almost that time for Kyle. You know what I'm saying? So he had a great career. And I'm not saying, I'm not kicking you out the league, Cal. I'm just saying, when these moves happen, you read the writings on the wall, and nobody beats Father Time. Only one winning so far is LeBron James. But I wish you the best, and we'll see if the move worked for the Miami Heat.
I think it's a great move for the Miami Heat. I think it's going to add a little bit of an offensive spark to the team that I'm excited to see, because Jimmy, Bam, and Tyler are all averaging around 20 points per game, and then Terry Rozier is already doing that. So I think it's going to be great.
What about
And
Triple
then
J?
He's been doing his thing too. That's why I'm excited, because it's like we're just there. So I think it'll bring us here.
What does Triple J, what position he plays?
He plays multiple positions. So he's shooting, like on the perimeter, like he's everywhere.
Okay.
But he's not, obviously, he's working on himself defensively, but he's good offensively. And the Keys are key rookie. So
working on himself.
Dad, you've been holding out on us.
I have from the beginning. No, because
He's working on himself.
I literally told them from the beginning, I was like, this is a rookie that I really think you guys should pay attention, even aside from him being on the Heat. And I told them. So it's just funny when he does well. And I'm like, this is what I've been saying. But
Yo, Mark, just in case you didn't know, Stat is a Miami Heat fan, so she knows everything Miami Heat related. Not saying she don't know her shit with everything else, but everything Miami Heat related,
she's invested.
She's mostly invested in the Miami Heat, super to times 100. So, and like I said, she knows her shit, but don't act like she just killed it. Like, oh, you out here holding out. Anything Miami Heat related, she knows everything. So that's why I'm sitting up here like, whatever, Stat. We know you know Rozier's stat and everything. Now y'all already know he probably done deep dived in Rozier's past as soon as the trade went down to find out everything. So she's very knowledgeable on everything, but Miami Heat shit is elevated. just so you know. Yeah.
No, I can tell. It took me a minute when Mase said Triple J. I was like, hold on. Stat was like right away answer the question. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you know why we wasn't at least I wasn't familiar with Triple J, and she's been pumping him. I haven't seen the whole game with him play yet, but according to her, he's
the real deal.
Yeah,
Thank
he's been
you.
killing.
He's the real deal.
I love the confirmation, because that's what I've been saying. But we'll see as things progress. We'll see how their chemistry works.
I'm gonna start looking now, because Mark is not emotionally
confirmed it.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is Mark is he's not favoritism towards anybody. So if he says it, cool, you got, pardon me, a lot of favoritism, Stat. So I gotta beware about what you tell me about the Miami Heat.
I'm dead. But guys, it's all knowledgeable, and the people who are watching see too. So that's why I say we'll see what happens. So moving along, Cavs Tristan Thompson was suspended 25 games without pay by the NBA for violating the NBA drug policy. He tested positive for 2 banned substances. What was your initial reaction to the news?
What are we doing?
yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, and to me, I'm a big sports fan, so I watch how guys test positive boxing wise or track and field, and then immediately their response is, it's wrong, something's wrong.
Right.
To me, if it happens and it's accurate, own it, serve the 25 games, and move forward. But one thing I don't want you to do is lie. And hopefully for Tristan Thompson, he comes out, he addresses it, and he reacts the way we hope that he reacts, if it's true, and move on. He's had a great career. He's still playing. He will still play after these 25 games. Look forward to seeing him.
What if it's like a Canelo thing where it was in the food?
I was just about to use that example. I swear to God, I was just about to use that example. You know why? Because I don't fuck with Canelo after that. That was the excuse for me, the food. And then he's like, no, it was in the steak I ate. That wasn't there. Nah, you got caught, nigga. That's because why eat this steak this time and all the other steaks you've been eating wasn't no positive shit. So this particular time, this one steak, I don't fuck with Canelo after that. I don't fuck with him.
Why not?
Because you've been cheating and you got caught.
But you said you watched baseball when there was Barry Bonds in it.
Because they not beating a nigga face and paws.
Oh, yeah,
It's not, you trying to go out there and kill a nigga. Baseball, you just hitting the ball over the fence. You out there trying to really kill a nigga for steaks, a steroid steak sandwich. Like, my nigga,
The steroid steak sandwiches. Wow.
I don't fuck with Canelo. You got caught, nigga, and he tried to blame it on the steak. So I was swear to God, I was going to use that same
reason.
That same reason. But look, I don't count like baseball. To me, look, I'm not saying baseball is an athletic sport. Absolutely, you got to run, catch the ball, slide in the base. Speed is very important, but baseball, and baseball, not as much. Golf, pool, shooting pool, that is to me more of a skill set. Even race car driving, they be like, yeah, you see we in wild shape. They be in the gym and all that.
What about, what's his name? Lance Armstrong with the bike.
That's steroids, nigga. That's steroids. That's not a
I like all the steroids.
But as far as basketball, I'm not jacking those steroids. Football, wrestling, none of that stuff, I'm not jacking those steroids. If you want to be, I just said that for baseball because I don't want to sit. You know, baseball don't got no time limit. Yeah. You can sit there 72 hours and shit just go on. Baseball's only only major sport you can't score on defense. You just out there doing all type of shit, and you can't get a damn point on defense. There's no other sport that the defense doesn't turn into offense. I can't fuck with that shit. Back to Tristan. You fuck with the Kardashians, this shit happens like this. You know,
cheater gonna cheat.
Yeah, this what happens, man. Yeah, exactly, man.
It's not like he ain't known to be a cheater. A cheater gonna cheat. If he find a way to cheat, he gonna cheat. That's what he does.
Yeah, he been cheating. So I don't know why we surprised. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. And look, we play. Look, he's still in Cleveland. I don't know. How old is Tristan, man? What you know the most important question, Murder, is what is the banned substance? That's what I like to know.
People were saying some sort of steroids, and he's 32.
He's not even that old to be taking steroids and shit. Yeah, that's just cheaters going to cheat.
That's just cheaters going, yeah.
Yeah, he's not even like 35, 36 or something.
We can't even blame this on the Kardashian curse.
Shit. Sometimes it's the company you keep.
I'm so glad y'all got my answer out the way early.
It's like, no.
So we can blame this on it.
I'm just saying that, look, if you be around dumb shit be happening. That's the way it go.
You got the prize, the dummy prize.
Your mother tell you, don't lie, because if you lie, you steal. And if you steal, you're robbed. And if you rob, you're killed. That's just, I'm not going to blame them. I don't want to throw them in.
That's what our coach said. Yeah. He said, if you kill, you'll give a blowjob. Like, yo, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, our coach was wild, man.
What does that mean? He said, you have no character. You would do anything. Put nothing past you. I said, yo, Mark know our coach, Evander Ford. Mark, you know Evander Ford.
Absolutely. Evander Ford was in the gym. Evander Ford was in the gym when Bassey was talking about he was the second guy running the gym.
You know what's crazy? I forgot Mark know Evander, because you know why? Yeah, Evander Ford was our coach, so Evander Ford, you know Evander Ford, it's such a small world. My little man that I hang out with is Evander Ford's nephew. So Evander want to come on the show, right? So I'll be fake auditioning him on the phone. So one day, it's funny, before we even started working with you or even thought about was working with you, and I said, I'm giving him mad, giving him mad questions. What year did Olajuwon come in? What year did Magic score his first 30 points? I'm just throwing random shit off the top of my head. I said something, and it's funny
about Mark.
I said something about Mark. I said, I don't remember the exact question, Mark, but I asked him some shit like, where was Mark at his rookie year when he scored his first 21 points? He said, Evander goes like this, yeah, I just had him in the gym that year. That's the year we was running the sprints, and I had him run the sprints. So I'm gonna say 85, kid. I say, yeah, it's hilarious that we brought that up, but that's the, Mark, that's the shit that Vander Ford told us. Vander Ford told us, if you're in the middle of the ocean and a shark coming towards you, what you do? Nigga said, punch him in the nose. He might be a bitch-ass shark. You never know. That's your only option that you got left. What the fuck are we talking about? I thought this was a basketball team.
This is how he raised us, Mark.
Blame it on the Vander.
Yeah, man. But as far as Tristan, like, hey, man, serve your time. It is what it is. I just don't know what it is. But as far as them Canelo stakes, I don't fuck with Canelo after that because
what are those stakes, though?
Steroid stakes.
Steroid stakes.
Whole shit is about it is that you got caught that time. What about the times you didn't get caught or the times you didn't get caught after that? That's why I like when Floyd started saying he wanted all boxers to do
tested.
They was getting tested, but the Olympic style test, the one where it's very detailed and you have to take every test, you're not going to get over with the regular boxing standard drug test.
And then last follow-up question, do you guys think a 25-game suspension without pay is excessive? Or do you think it makes sense?
Without pay?
Yeah.
Murder don't like nothing without pay.
To me, I would give him his money because he's not as far as I know, if I can recall, he's not a repeat offender. So I like to have guys keeping their money. I think the lesson learned moving forward, give him some sort of fine and then allow him to, keep his money.
Yeah, without pay could be crazy. Depends on how much you get in a year.
I say don't pay the nigga. You tried to get over on me. I've been working in the gym. I've been running stairs. I've been lifting weights.
You've been shooting off the wrong leg and all.
Jumping off the wrong leg, putting extra hours in the gym, staying late, coming early. You out here just taking roids.
You out here eating steaks.
Nah, you don't eat, nigga. You don't get nothing, nigga. I ain't paying you, nigga. You been trying to get one up on me off juice. You been juiced up, nigga. Spiked up. I've been working hard in the gym and you trying to bust my ass off roids. No, I didn't take no roid. Nah, you don't get paid. I disagree with Mason Mark. I'm not paying niggas. I'm happy you're not getting paid because that sets a precedent like, all right, if I get caught, at least I still get paid. I'm gonna risk it.
No, I agree with you, but that's why I said fine him. Fine him a huge sum and then allow him to make his money and sit out.
All right, cool.
So you fine him $25,000, $50,000. That'll hurt him.
Not more than all 25 games. You think about it with that 25. See, the thing about it, Mark, is I don't know Tristan Thompson's contract, but some of these niggas isn't making this a quarter. 50,000 nigga. Greek Freak is making that the first. And I'm not comparing them to Greek Freak, but niggas is making $400,000, $500,000 a game. So you hit a nigga with a $50,000 fine, that ain't even halftime sometimes. You know, like, what's $50,000 gonna hurt a nigga making $400,000 a game? I don't know his exact contract, but nah, I say this, to compromise with you and Murder, find him half the games at least. At least 12, because you gotta make a statement. And I'm one for everybody to get their money. Niggas know I want niggas to get their money. But if it's me against you, and I'm like, how's he busting my ass? Damn, how's Mase keep getting one up on me? Why is he so fast tonight? You know, why is he speeding back? Why is he jumping so crazy in the sky? I never seen him jumping around like this. And then I find out he took steroids. Right. You had 34 points, I had 9. I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
So he has a 1-year, $3.2 million contract, and then after this season, he'll be an unrestricted free agent.
That's gonna hurt. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, 20 games going.
Because you got to include taxes and everything. Yeah. He probably making about $800,000 a year. And then you do the math on that. You divide $800,000 and then let's do 82 games. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Is he making about probably about 10,000 more than that? 10. Yeah, he making about 10 a game. So
if that was Murder, you want them to take his money?
If it's me and Mason,
Same scenario. He gave you 34, you had 9, he balled. He
I'm
dunked
telling.
on you and everything.
I'm going to tell the commissioner. I'm telling y'all snitching. Yo. Yeah, Mark, I'm telling. Hell yeah. Yo. I don't know this nigga when we play against each other. I do not know this nigga.
Yeah, we fell out a lot of times, Mark.
Because
when Cam took the cap down the reservoir, I told on him.
Yeah.
Say, yo, these niggas is in the cab.
See, that's a great example.
Exactly.
That's a great example.
We running the reservoir.
I ain't know you told on me. Thanks for letting me know that. I didn't know that was you.
I didn't know you was in the car. I told on Rich, but you happen to be in the car.
Some sucker shit. Yeah, but Mark, that's a great example. Coach Ford, on Saturdays, we used to have to run the reservoir.
Yeah.
In Central Park. We used to have to run around it. And me and another player used
took a cab.
Not only took a cab, no, because we had to run around it like 10 times or some shit. But what we would do, we would take off with niggas, pause, and then stop and wait for the rest of the team to come around and be like, we ran around the whole reservoir with them. And we did that all 10 times. So when we got back to the gym, they niggas said, we seen each other. Because after the reservoir, Mase is talking about, we supposed to leave the reservoir, then jog to the school. Walk back to the school, jog back to the school. We never ran around the reservoir, me and this other nigga. And then we took a cab back to the school. So when we got back to the school, the nigga said, you think we ain't see you? Everybody got to go home, and me and that nigga got to run for 3 hours straight and in the school. Come to find out this nigga told on niggas. Now that we found that out, it's good to know
40 years later.
All these years later.
Yeah. I never knew nigga told on
Mark,
the nigga.
I told on the nigga Rich, but Cam happened to be in the car. I didn't know Cam went with him.
But I'm keeping real. I just said I would tell on you too. So yeah, Mark, it's like that with us. It's like that.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. Let us know if you guys think the penalty is excessive. We're going to go to break, and when we return, we will discuss the Nuggets versus the Pacers.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. Wanna be free. Why am I in this woman wanna be free? Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, then it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about you.
Welcome back. Let's get into our Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. Tonight, Phoenix will play Dallas. Underdog Fantasy has Luka at 8.5 first quarter points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
I'm going higher. That's my team. Not my team, but, I fool with Luka.
You already said it.
I got to go to Dallas next week.
Whatever, Mase. Nick was right. The jacket you had on yesterday is just perfect for, doesn't matter what, that way. Everybody, the Jeff Hamilton joint with everybody, that's the best thing. I'm going to go, they're playing Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go higher. I think, this is a really, really important game because Phoenix has been looking good. As much as we've been saying, oh, they're not doing good, what's going on, they secretly climbed back into the 6th seed. Right now, if the playoffs started, they'll be in the playoffs. We were just talking about how they wasn't in the play-in. It takes some time for Bradley Beal, KD, and Book maybe to mesh, but it's looking really good. They had a great comeback the other night against Chicago. I'm going to go higher because I think Luka don't really like Devin Booker like that. And then you'll have a point to prove.
Yeah, that's a personal
This
game.
is a personal matchup. Remember Luka sent them niggas home. They smacked them by like 40 points in the playoffs a few years ago when everybody thought Phoenix was going to the championship. Luka going to take it personal. I'm going higher.
Right. Kevin Durant is at 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Points, rebounds, and assists.
Really just points and rebounds.
Maybe not rebounds. So I'm going to go lower.
Yeah.
Okay. And Devin Booker is at 7 assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Yes. Go higher.
Okay.
I'm going to go higher as well.
Hey, download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. We are joined back with our NBA analyst, Mark Jackson. Okay. On Tuesday, the Nuggets beat the Pacers 114-109. Although the Pacers lost, how do you feel about Pascal Siakam being traded to the team and the Pacers' position right now?
I really like the trade. What I think it does, excuse me, it speeds up the timeline for the Indiana Pacers. You get a proven guy that's an all-star that can play multiple positions, that can close down the stretch. It makes them better, and it takes the pressure off of Tyrese Halliburton to make every play from the pick and roll or from isolations or dribble penetration. So they got another guy in that lineup that's not afraid when the lights get brightest, and I like the move. It makes them a team that I wouldn't want to face come playoff time because they certainly have an identity and they love to push the pace and they can score with anybody.
Well, I totally agree with Mark. I think that since the in-season tournament, not saying the Pacers are looking bad, but they wasn't looking like the team that they were prior to the in-season tournament. And I think the management said we need to do something about this now. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I know that they're having their way this season with the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they're 3-1 against the Bucks this season. And that's when we was like, yo, even like we was mentioning before during the break when he went Dame time, I said the next game Damian Lillard's going to get him. And Damian Lillard didn't get him, referring to Halliburton. Their record's not reflecting what they were. I think this is a great move right now. This year, Siakam's at 22 points, 6 rebounds, 4.5, 5 assists, so to speak, and he's shooting 52% from the field. I think this is a great trade for the Pacers.
Yeah, I think this makes them more reputable because in the front court, they now have, they're going to have some consistency versus before they just were perimeter heavy. And to beat anybody in the East, they're going to have some consistency down low.
That was crazy, but go ahead. That was wild.
Yeah,
that was wild. Some consistency down low. Wow. Wow. Crazy. Crazy. That was crazy.
That was wild.
2024.
2024. This is what we have to look forward to.
Okay, so to some pretty sad news. The entire staff of Sports Illustrated is to be laid off after their license deal was revoked. So what does this news mean to you? And then what do you think is the future of sports magazines and sports media at that?
Well, it's closing out, and that's pretty much all of our favorites. And we're sure 3 guys that grew up on Sports Illustrated and the great cover stories. So it's sorely going to be missed. Historically, its impact is undeniable. And salute to Sports Illustrated and all the tremendous work that they've done throughout our lifetime.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with Mark more. Look, we was talking about that a few weeks ago. To be on Sports Illustrated prior to social media, internet, or anything like that, you got to realize this is 12 covers a year, once a month. So if you was privileged enough to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, we was jealous because we knew niggas on cover of Sports Illustrated, like when Felipe gets on Sports Illustrated or fucking Steph Marbury is on the, I'm like, what the fuck, man? How I get on the cover of Sports Illustrated? I know these niggas. So it was really a privilege to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. They will be missed, but it goes to show where the world is going right now. It goes to show that if it's kind of like this, right? If you don't pay attention and read the writing that's on the wall and try and bust a move too late, it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
Like, giving a great example, I'm not sure if they have digital, if the whole staff is going digital or just paperback, or you don't know staff.
I think I gotta check.
The moral of the story, let's say they don't have a digital.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine.
They waited too late to go digital.
No, I'm just giving them a scenario. Imagine, right? Imagine how many niggas digital streamers came to them niggas at Blockbuster and said, I'm telling you, man, this digital shit is about to take off, man. You can leave these DVDs and these VHS tapes alone. I'm telling you, bro, stop. Don't do it. Niggas like, man, we gonna be all right. Last chance, bro. I'm telling you, because, all right, fuck it. Netflix it is. And Blockbuster could have been ahead of the game because they had access to all the movies, all the connections, HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, whoever you want to name, to get into the streaming business first. But they were hard-headed. You can't go, I mean, I don't know if they have it now because you don't give a fuck. But imagine the way you go now, and on your remote, it's probably a Netflix button. It's probably a YouTube button.
Yeah.
It would have been a Blockbuster button if they were ahead of the curve and said, look, the streaming somebody been coming to me, these kids in Silicon Valley, they telling me this about to happen. But sometimes niggas is hard-headed and stuck in their ways, Sin City, and they don't see what's happening. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this particularly happened with Sports Illustrated, but if I was Sports Illustrated years ago, I would have started a digital department. So this may not have happened. Not saying they don't have one. I'll have to do some more homework on it. But you have to read what's going on. Yeah. That's like if you're looking at the news and they be like, yo, it's a storm coming Thursday and it's Tuesday. And you be like, they always say that. And then Katrina come. Maybe that's not the best example to use.
Poor example.
Yeah, it was a poor example, absolutely. But one of the worst storms in the world come. And they told you it was coming. Pause.
Yeah, so just for clarification, it affects their print and digital products, but until negotiations are resolved, everything's basically at a halt. So I don't even know the future of where it's going.
So they might bounce back.
They could, but
if a nigga tell you, yo, everybody chill.
Like, what do you do?
Digital, paper. Yo, everybody is
they coming back?
Nigga said, we'll let you know, yo, everybody just chill. You know what I mean? So, and no disrespect to any Katrina victims or anybody down there in New Orleans who went through something. That was a poor example on my part, and I apologize.
Yeah, and what this says in a nutshell, pause, is that when it comes to business, you're always one deal away from either being great or closing. We've seen this now with a lot of people that were either billionaires, or it seemed like they had it all together, and just one thing happened that just crumbled it all. So when somebody come to you with a plan that's different than your plan, you might need to pay attention.
But I also...
We closed the deal, man. What y'all talking about? Y'all came different than my plan. We closed the deal.
Yeah, so we're Netflix, Mark. Welcome to Netflix, Mark. Mark is definitely a part of Netflix.
Mark, listen, Mark's our man. Look, Mark, let me tell you some other shit. You gotta read what he says too. Sometimes one word means a lot. when he says billionaires and one thing wrong, sometimes you gotta
read past it, Mark.
You gotta read.
I wasn't throwing us straight your way, Mark.
It wasn't coming to us. You gotta read when he says billionaires and one thing can go wrong. Yeah. I'm not saying he's saying nothing. Let me just tell
you. Part of the SWAT unit. He knows it. He was a part of the bomb squad. He knows. Trent Tucker and all of them. Yeah, he knows.
That's a fact. Nigga said, take a pen out the grenade and just walk away.
Well, my quick thoughts regarding, Sports Illustrated and the workers being laid off. It's really sad because I feel like a lot of traditional journalists now are losing their placing because, it is a new age and a lot of things are changing. But for somebody, who has only done something one way and you're like writing articles and that's dying, it's like, what do you do next? Especially if like digital is not even your aspect. So I just hope they find jobs in the future because I know that's very stressful. But things are changing. They are changing very quickly. So moving along, Buffalo Bills kicker Tyler Bass, who missed a crucial field goal in the divisional playoffs, deleted all his social media following the game. Chiefs and Bills fans donated over $100,000 to cat rescue charity that involved him. But what do you think about all the reactions he's been getting, and then the Chiefs and Bills players donating to a cause for him?
Well, first of all, I think kill him, murdered him, no pun intended. I mean, just an assist from Killer on this. But I think the problem is, credit to the Chiefs. The problem is we put too much on one play. Whether I'm a player or a coach or a fan, one play didn't win or lose that ball game. They missed a long pass that would have resulted in a touchdown. Turnovers, fourth and inches, bad plays defensively, giving up runs, all of these things that you can point the finger to. It just so happened that down the stretch, the crucial play was a missed field goal. So I say to them, allow this to be part of your testimony of something special moving forward. This isn't the end of the book. So take it, sure it hurts, sure it affects you, sure you're disappointed, but at the same time, work hard and put yourself in position that the next time this comes into play, you're locked and loaded and ready to get the proper results.
Amen, Bishop Mark Jackson. Mayor Mark Jackson, the mayor of Queens, New York, Mark Jackson.
You got something to say? Because I do.
You go ahead. Yeah, I know you do.
He gonna kill him.
No, I'm just saying, like, you ever heard that slogan? Like slogan, they be like, you had one job to do. Nigga be like, you only had one job to do.
And what was that?
No, I'm saying that's like a little slogan, like somebody messed up taking pictures or somebody say this or they didn't do that. They be like, you had one job to do. And this is the epitome of you had one job to do. And Mark is right. It's a bunch of scenarios that go on throughout a game. Stephon Diggs missed the pass. His pass got dropped. His first down that didn't get picked up when it's supposed to get picked up. But you had one job to do. That's it. You didn't have to run for no yards. You didn't have to pick up a first down. OJ told us that you don't even be on the same field as the football players, that the kickers and the field goal unit and the punters have a whole separate field. He said half the time it feels like they just be over there playing games while we over here working our ass off. You had one job to do. Listen, man. Secondly, look, man, I'm all for donation, and especially for animals. I love dogs. I'm not mad at cats neither. Any animals. I'm an animal lover. But this shit done got soft out here, man. This had nothing to do with the animals. This guy said, yo, what's he into? What's he like? Oh, he likes cats. Like,
I think they paid him because he missed.
Yo, let's get a donation to that. Maybe the cat survivals or the cats that are out there. Yo, what the fuck are we doing, yo? The nigga missed the field goal. Now niggas from both teams got to hook up and donate the cats.
We stand with them.
Yeah, we stand as them as both organizations. Look, and I'll send a donation to any animal society because I love animals and I don't want to see nothing bad in the animals. But not because a nigga missed a field goal. No, absolutely not. I'm not donating because that nigga missed a field goal and now we got to unify to make him feel better. This is the job you took on, bro. Look, when you thinking, look, yo, you think I got to deal with Cam whack-ass rhymes, Cam ain't shit, this nigga Cam is bitch-ass nigga. I don't get all good reviews. This is what I get when I sign up for this job.
They ain't give me no donations because of that.
Yeah, when niggas talk about I ain't like the album.
Yeah.
Yo, what Cam like? Because he's sad. Yo, bomb some furs. Like, that's oxymoron, I'm a little different, but at the same time, we're looking into what people like because they are public figures. When you are an athlete, when you are an entertainer, when you're in the public eye, This is what comes with it. Stat is new to this. Stat is mad new. She gets shaking.
All of
She
it.
no, what I'm saying, she gets shaken up sometimes. They like, oh, they ran up to me talking about, oh, it's Stat Baby. Yes, Stat, you're on the hottest show on television. Yeah, they're gonna run up to you. Now they can't be touching, they can't be getting in your way. But if somebody's fantasizing and sees like, oh my God, it's Stat Baby. Oh, no, Stat, that's part of the job. And you're new, you're learning, and I understand. But this kicker chose that. You know what's the best bet for football players and better than anything else? Is that, look, at least pause, you got to keep your helmet on. If niggas don't Google you like that, they don't really know what you look like. So you may need to keep your helmet on, just put on a different helmet, because if niggas find out what you look like, OJ said niggas may ultimately hit you in there with a bottle. He said they did that to his kicker when he was playing. I know this was the 70s, but that's how mad niggas is. I'm not with helping people out because of sympathy. Now, if it's a real reason to make a donation, cool. This is all sympathy, bro. Secondly, I don't blame him, and I know, Mark, you must have seen the show. I put part of the blame on the Buffalo Bills organization because I know his leg didn't get hurt right before the game. They should have had a better backup plan, my opinion.
How a donation on your behalf for missing murder in the garden? Tough love.
Yes, Mark. Yes, Mark. You owe me a donation. I received.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. That's wild, man. That's a wild. I'm losing.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
I told myself in this survey of me not passing you the ball overall from society, I'm losing like 75 to 25% as a society that I should have passed you the ball.
Well, on that note, Mark, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Mark. We appreciate you so
thank you
much,
so
man.
much.
Definitely.
Love and appreciate y'all, man. Thanks again.
Thank you, man.
Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Two big necks, like when they doing them 2 for $5.